Hello, my name is Chad Kassem from Acoustic Sounds and Analogue Productions. Today we're just going to flip through our first 40 albums that we did on Analogue Productions. We don't see these that often anymore, and we just got a collection of every one of them, and they're already sold to a customer. He went ahead and took them $100 average for each of them, so they're not for sale. But I just thought, since we had them all right here in stock, that we would just flip through them and kind of talk about them and show you the first 40 records Analogue Productions has done. Now, every one of these was pressed at RTI on 180-gram vinyl, so I don't have to repeat that. So they're all done. The first 31 of them was mastered by Doug Sax with custom tube electronics and pressed at RTI. And then some of the ones in the back were Kevin Gray or Stan Ricker, but I'll identify those. So this was the first record. It wasn't Analogue Productions or Analogue Productions catalog number. I did this record in 1989 through a person named Harold Powell, who Harold also, he had this label called Clavier, and that he also helped teach me how to reissue albums and stuff like that. Now, I knew how I wanted to do it. I wanted Doug Sax to master it on his custom tube electronics. I wanted RTI to press it. But since he already had the license, he couldn't really, this was an EMI, original EMI recording. He couldn't really license me something he already licensed. So he said, look, I will just make these exclusively for you, up for your standards, so it's like a third-party manufacturing deal. So this was in 1989. This record, Massanela Sid, was on Absolute Sound, Harry Pearson's list. This sound is amazing. You're in the room. The castanettas, there's lots of air, space, dynamics, very accessible, light and lively, fun classical music. And I mean, demonstration quality. We used to demo this at the hi-fi shows and blows people's mind. So anyway, this was the first one in 1989 I did, and that's how I got started. And then this is number one, the Virgil Thompson Plow That Broke the Plane. I went to New York to buy a record collection. It didn't pan out. The guy was a little bit flaky. And so I went to Vanguard, met with the legend Seymour Solomon. Then I met David Baker, the recording engineer, and he played me the original 3-track tape of this, blew me away. So I licensed this. Doug cut it from the original 3-track tape, and Doug Sax cut it from the 3-track. RTI pressed it. Actually, it was on 140-gram vinyl on this one, the first ones. Then the number 2 record, The Songs of the Auvergne. This was also a 3-track tape from Vanguard. That was also on TAS recommended list. So the first 3 records were on the Absolute Sounds recommended list, and this was from the 3-track. This was also from a 3-track, also on the Absolute Sounds recommended list. Blow you away. At hi-fi shows, we play this, and actually audiences will clap after this is done playing. This is the 4th one. 140 gram, mastered by Doug Sax. This was on Turnabout record and the Vox label. Aaron Copland, Dallas Symphony Orchestra. So this is number 4. Number 5 was The Weavers at Carnegie Hall, again off the 3-track tape. Tube Electronics, Doug Sax, pressed by RTI. Also on the recommended list by Harry Pearson, TAS. Ravel works for the orchestra. This one's incredible, great sounding, Spanish music. Really, really great recording on the Absolute Sounds list. This was the first jazz album we did off the original master tapes. This was a contemporary release. We did this in 1992. So all of these started in 91 and went to, now we're in 1992. We also did Waltz for Debbie from Riverside. We did Meets the Rhythm section from Contemporary, number 10, number 11 from Contemporary, number 12 from Contemporary, number 13, Benny Carter from Contemporary, number 14, Lightning Hopkins, Going Away, my absolute favorite record. Again, these are all on the all done by Doug Sax. This one's for Blanton, unbelievable sounding record. And this is one of my favorite jazz albums of all time, Chet Baker, Chet. I mean, it's got the people on it: Kenny Burrell, Bill Evans, Pepper Adams, Paul Chambers, Philly Joe Jones, and the songs that he plays. I mean, it's just so good. This is number 16 from Riverside, number 17 from Contemporary, number 18, Ralph Sutton, Partners in Crime. Great album. Yellow Dog Blues, the depth, the space, the ambience will just blow you away. Chico Freeman, Spirit Sensitive, another great jazz album. From Indian Navigation, here's a Prestige Cooking. This is Pablo, Basie Jam, Farmers Market Barbecue, Dizzy's Big Four, all Pablo, all Doug Sax, all RTI, Killer. The guitar artistry of Charlie Bird, very accessible guitar, jazz music, lots of air, lots of ambience, lots of space, just wonderful sounding. Number 6, Doc and Merle Watson, such a great album. This was from Flying Fish. Love this album. Number 26. Number 27 is The Breaking Silence, great sounding record. RTI, Doug Sax, Johnny Adams, sings Doc Pomus, he's a New Orleans singer. Got Dr. John on one track. And this was mastered Doug Sax, pressed at RTI. Here's another Vanguard, Aaron Copland, and this Menotti with Earl Wild. It's kind of avant-garde, kind of modern classical music, but the sound quality is just unbelievable. You just will not believe how well this sounds. This is number 30, Fiddle Faddle, very accessible, classical. It's Leroy Anderson. Great sounding from Vanguard. This is another one from Vanguard, Enescu, and the Stravinsky's Tales of the Soldier with Stokowski. Unbelievable Vanguard. This is number 31. Number 32 is Amanda McBroom, Dreamin'. Now this is where it starts. Stan Ricker mastered this one. RTI pressed it. These are very rare, these two Amanda McBrooms. Amanda McBroom, Dreaming. Amanda McBroom, Midnight Matinee, mastered by Stan Ricker. Hoodoo Man Blues, unbelievable blues album. Stan Ricker mastered. These are the great Prestige recordings. Stan Ricker mastered these. Unbelievable box. Number 35, all the Prestige recordings of Miles Davis that he did, the quintet, like the New Miles, the Cookin', the Relaxin', Workin', Steamin'. The number 36, this was Stan Ricker mastering. He's in the room with you. Unbelievable recording. Number 37, Kevin Gray. It's the Thelonious Monk tenor sessions from the Riverside Tenor Sessions. Kevin Gray did this. And that was probably in maybe 1998, something like that. Then this was done by Stan Ricker. Gene Ammons, Nice and Cool. Gene Ammons, Soulful Moods. Lots of ambience, lots of space. Another big fat saxophone sound is this Gentle Ben Webster. So this is number 40. So that's all the 40 records, the first 40 records Analogue Productions put out. But we just thought, since we had them all together in one spot, because we don't see these that often anymore, that we would make a little video and show you all the beginnings of Analogue Productions. So hey, thanks for watching.
Please like and subscribe for more audiophile content.